Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and now I am at a free RV hookup park in the town of Lyons, Kansas, which is about 70 miles northwest of Wichita. It's a town with about 3,500 population and around 1,700 foot elevation. And I'm getting a okay but fairly slow Verizon internet connection here. So let me show you around this RV park. It's called Lyons Overnight Trailer Park, and you get to stay here 5 nights for free. Has the police phone number there if you need it, and I'm going to take advantage and stay here the full 5 days. Even though I'm on my way to Montana, I'm no hurry to get there this early in the year. So let me show you around the park. There are 20 electrical hookup boxes, and each one has 30 amp only. No 20, no 50. And there are no water hookups at any of the RV spaces. Some of the spaces, actually most of them, are fairly small. They're all back in spaces except for these 4 that are pull through, so I got one of those. They have this big covered and lit, the lights are on even during the day, picnic area. And the only water faucet I see anywhere is right here, and it is padlocked. So I'm not sure why it's padlocked, but that's the only water faucet that there is. This is in the middle of the campground, and there are parking spaces here as well. There are 2 hookup boxes there, and then there's like 1, 2, 3 spaces, and I think you can park around here as well because they have those, but around here there are no hookups. And by the tables here there is 15 amp outlets here, and also on the other side over there is a 15 amp. There is a guys and gals restroom building there. I checked both doors and they're locked. Maybe they just open them for the summer. I don't know. There's a dumpster, and right here is an RV sewer dump and a water faucet that is not locked. Generally, you don't want to get fresh water from a faucet near a dump station, but that's your only option here unless they unlock the one over there by the tables. They have 2 horseshoe courts here, and there's some more playground equipment over there, although it is not very impressive. There are some steel seesaws here, look like they're about 100 years old, and this is something I haven't seen before. See all these hoops here? You grab onto them and try and make your way across there. Of course, it's only for small children. They're not high enough for adults. Behind the playground is a huge field where you could play football or something, maybe throw a frisbee around if you want. And then here is a baseball diamond that is very well manicured. Very nice green lawn for baseball there. And by the way, on Google Maps it shows this as both Lyons Overnight Trailer Park and 4-H grounds. They also have a batting cage here that you could use if you want to, and if you're lucky you get here, might be able to watch a baseball game, and a lot of big bleacher seats. There's another batting cage, and how do you like this? Their baseball team is called, guess what? The Lyons Lions. And the restroom doors here are actually unlocked. So you can check these if you really need to. Well, it's a fairly nice RV park. Some spaces are shaded and some are not. And since I do not need to fill up my fresh water or do a dump here, then I am good for these 5 days. Now, if you want to have more fun, you have to go to Tobias Park, which is just about a quarter of a mile down the street from the RV park. They have a really nice big public swimming pool here. So hopefully you'll be here in the summer. It's got a really deep end with 2 diving boards. One of them is a high dive, but they removed the boards. I don't know if they'll put them back or not. They've got 2 water slides. Right next to the pool, they've got this, what looks like a drainage ditch, I guess, with a couple bridges across it. And they also have 2 basketball nets, covered picnic area, more playground equipment, large yard here, and this looks like a small dog park. This is a sand volleyball court. It wouldn't take long to walk here from the RV park. That'd be nice, especially if the pool is open in the summer. They do have a museum here in town, so let's take a look at it. The first thing you see is a Collie Ranch spring wagon. Oh, that's some plush seating. I wonder if they have a wagon for each season. What would you think a traditional Wichita house would look like? You probably wouldn't guess this. That must be the housewife, and that's probably the house husband. And here one of his children pointing at something over there. And then we quickly move on to a whole nother realm. There's a crossbow, a long gun, and a breastplate. It's about the Entrada Conquista from Quivira, Kansas, over to down into Mexico. Then we have a transition to a whole nother era. Here's an old horse-drawn buggy. And I bet this is a car you have never seen in any museum before. And that's because it is a one-of-a-kind Detroiter. Wow. I don't know if I've ever seen a one-in-a-kind car like this. And they've got a collection of various household tools. Wow. And here is a really old house. Easy to see inside. There's no side to the building. Nice dining table, sink, stove, kitchen, living room, and bedroom. Looks like my grandma's place. Here's a 2-horsepower steam engine. That looks like some really heavy metal. And guess what this is, folks? It's on a railroad rail. You recognize what this is? Salt from the Lyons Salt Company. I guess they got a salt mine somewhere around here. And this is a dentist's office. Here's the dental chair and the dreaded drill. All sorts of things in this display. Well, folks, it's a fairly small museum, 2-level, but it's still a pretty small museum. But what they've got is a really nice collection. It's a good museum for its size. Here's another park on the east side of town. Well, folks, like I've said before, all of these small towns have something worthwhile to stop and take a look at. And that's one reason why they have free camping, to encourage people to stop and take a look at their town, at least stop at a restaurant, have a meal, and you might be surprised what else you find. This caboose has all of their windows knocked out so I can see inside. And it looks like it was left the way they found it when they got it here. Didn't even bother to dust off the furniture. Here's the other end of it. How do you like that? It's an original state. At least when it went out of commission. So instead of just breezing through town, why not stop and take a look? Maybe stay a few days. Good day, folks.